Hey Land Demand. Ever feel like you lose sight of who you are? Life happens, we do the things, and somehow our identity gets thrown in the wind. You feel like you're doing the right thing, you're doing what's expected of you, but it's still not really resonating with who you are. Why do we get so swept up in all the things around us? And then when we land, we're like, who am I even? The story that I'm about to share is the first story from the storytelling class in the Second City course. Enjoy! Expectations are a bitch. They are great guidelines, but we get stuck on them and then they become the default of what we are supposed to do, what we should do. When I was in my 20s, my life plan was to finish school, get a job, get married, have kids. In that order, do this all by the time I was 30. So that's what I did. I followed that expectation to the T. And then a few years after I had my son, I was pregnant again with my daughters, have twins. And so wasn't expecting to have twins. It started this trend of life unexpected with that pregnancy. Had the girls in November, and the following January, to dinner with my husband for the first time with just the two of us. And prior to that, I had started noticing some odd occurrences with him. He'd be forgetful and like leave the baby in the other room. And all in all, he was just not himself. And so when we went out to dinner, I asked him, hey, are you happy? Because we have all the things that we set out for. We had just bought the house, like right before the girls were born. We had the kids. We had the family life that we were planning for. That was part of my plan for my 20s of getting to that point in life. And then that was part of our plan when he and I discussed it. And so when we went out to dinner, I asked him this question, and of course his answer was going to be, I'm transitioning into this fatherhood of 3 kids, just having a bit of a rough time doing this transition. Or so that's what his answer was supposed to be. That was my expectation. And instead, his answer was actually, no, I'm not really happy. So when I picked my jaw up from the floor, and I said, wait, then what are we doing? We have all the things that we set out to get, and we are living the life that we were planning and that we were expecting. And we're both not happy. I'm also kind of miserable. So we took time apart that weekend. When we came back the following Monday, we said, this isn't working. Kids were all 3 kids under 3. We decided to get a separation. I moved to Florida with 3 kids, became a single parent, and started living life on what I actually wanted, living my life instead of living the life that people think you should have. And as I do the effort of deciding what I want, and as I'm figuring out life and my preferences and my goals and my decisions and myself, as I'm doing all of that, I could not be any happier with the life that I'm living. Yes, I am a divorced mom, single parent of 3 and 3 kids and 2 dogs, but this life is now my own. Me moving forward no longer means giving up myself and my identity. It means adding to and having more in my life instead of a replacement of, instead of the expectations that the world may have. And so there's 2 things that I learned. The first one is do life not according to the default. Do it on your terms. Easier said than done though. The second thing I learned is don't replace your new stance in life over top and ignore who you are. Just add. So when you are doing something new, say, and I am a mother and I am whatever. That's what made it work for me, is having the open-mindedness of adding to my life instead of taking away. That's why I think of life now as a land of and. It's a land and a world of possibility. No longer default. It's no longer the expectations of what's out there, what the norm is, because the norms are bullshit. And I say that they're bullshit because the norms are different in different places. If you want to go to different places in the country, different places in the world, even different family dynamics, the norms are different. So the norms are so fluid that it doesn't matter. In all, time is short. So instead of living expected life, I decided to live my life. And that's made all the difference. That's helped to create this land of and. And if you enjoyed that, please leave a comment. And if you haven't yet already, please subscribe.